Karen, big time new record.
Yeah, actually it's kind of funny because I'm working on a new record. This is a new old record, or actually a new record of old material. It was what started out as a side project, my 1920s and 30s Prohibition era blues. And every time we did a show, someone would say, "That was great. Do you have a CD of that?" And we didn't. So we recorded a couple of shows at Jimmy Mac's, and I thought, next time somebody asks me, I'm gonna, yes, here we go. We have this. So over the past year, we recorded 2 shows, and there's some really good stuff there. So I'm gonna put out Volume 1 of my Prohibition era blues.
Now, what exactly are Prohibition era blues?
Some of my favorite blues artists are the female blues singers from the 1920s and 30s. And of course that'd be Ma Rainey and Bessie Smith, Victoria Spivey, and Alberta Hunter.
Of course.
And in fact, I talk quite a bit about them during my show and explain about particular songs or singers. And I have them all those women. A lot of them are tattooed right here on my arm.
Whoa!
So you can see.
Can you point them out?
Yep.
Who's who?
So this is Ma Rainey. She's at the top because she's the mother of the blues. And Big Mama Thornton is 50s, but some of the stuff she sings about, she's
Willie Mae.
Willie Mae, so I don't need to say any more to you. There's Bessie Smith, and there's Billie Holiday, and Jessie Mae Hemphill, Sarah Vaughan, Nina Simone, and then Etta James and Tina Turner. And it's a work in progress. I'm actually going to have some other singers like Edith Piaf and Maria Callas, but it has more to do with heart. But this started out as a totem for me. And these are the blues are alive because of these women, especially Bessie. And
which of these women did you hear first?
The first blues singer that I heard was Billie Holiday. And the song was "Pennies from Heaven," which was my grandmother's favorite song. And in fact, my sisters and I sang that to her as she passed away. And so it's a song that really has special significance for me. But my grandmother used to have old Victrolas and old records, and she taught me how to foxtrot. And we used to listen to the old vinyl, and I mean the thick shellac records, and I loved playing them on the original machines. And so some of them were Victrolas, and others had different names. But I loved how heavy the arm was picking it up, and it was just great. So from the time I was a little kid, I was fascinated by the music, and then as I got drawn to the blues, of course, it was a real treat for me to go back to "Pennies from Heaven," which is it's a Depression era song that was written in the Depression about what was going on in the country. And
that's on the album?
It is on the album.
Okay. I was hoping that would be the case.
Yeah, actually, and the band sounds great. It was a great band that night, and I'm really happy that we got this recording.
So when we're done here, we will let the people listen to "Pennies from Heaven." How about that?
I think that's a great idea.
So who is in the band?
Well, for 2 shows we had some of the same people. Dave Fleschner on piano.
Good start.
And Carlton Jackson on the drums.
Whoa.
Tyler Smith's on the bass. And then for the first show we had Joe McCarthy, Brad Ulrich, and Devin Phillips on. Joe played trumpet, and Brad Ulrich was playing.
There's some all-stars.
Clarinet, and Devin played saxophone. And then on the second show, I was really, really lucky. I was I love Mary Flower, and I was talking to her, and I said, and of course Alan Hager was also played guitar on the first show, and because I wanted to include some of the artists that I like. Geechee Wiley, who wrote one of my favorite songs of all time, "Last Kind Words," which is a song that's just incredibly powerful, but it's Delta blues, not the kind of stuff that these women were doing. So I was talking to Mary, and of course she does all of that stuff, and she's brilliant and wonderful. And I said, "Mary, I'm doing this old 1920s 30 show. Would you come in?" And I know she had done her own recording of "Last Kind Words," and I said, I'd love it if you could come in and sit in, and we'll do a couple of Geechee Wiley tunes. And so Mary and I got together at her house, and we practiced the songs, and she had a gig that night, and she came over, after the break. She showed up with an accordion player.
Were you singing together?
We sang together.
That's very interesting, because you would think that they're really different styles.
Stylistically, we're very, very different, but we both love the same music. And so on the first song that we did, Last Kind Words, Mary accompanied me, and it's mind-blowing. She's just so wonderful. I can't... And I haven't even heard back from her. She hasn't even heard this stuff yet. So, and then the second one was done originally recorded as a duet, and 2 guitar players. But my guitar is nowhere near up to Mary's level. So we just did this 2-part harmony on the song. It was called "Pick Poor Robin Clean," and it's a pretty funny song. And we actually, we sound great. Mary's got a beautiful voice anyway. So. Yeah. But it was really, really fun, and I even have the accordion player sitting in on something, but we're not going to put that in the record. So,
it must be fun to have a clarinet in the band.
It's wonderful. I love.
It's so
clarinet.
different.
I love the clarinet.
And nobody uses clarinets anymore.
No, and when I first started doing this music, one of the reasons I started performing it was that I was in a contemporary band with Michael Van Nuys, who, of course, was toured with Robert Cray, and that's how I even got to meet Dennis Walker and Al and do my second record and so forth. And Michael had a real Jones for 20s and 30s music, and we were driving to some 11-hour gig somewhere, and we spent the whole time talking about all these wonderful old songs that we liked, and we said, we should do a show of this. Yeah. And Michael is not only a great piano player and B3 player, but he also plays saxophone and clarinet and different, bass and saxophone. And anyway, Michael played the parts. He didn't play piano, but he played sax and clarinet, and he had a whole host of instruments out on stage that he played, depending on the song.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing this, again, it was a little special side project as kind of a lark. But the songs are really funny. The lyrics are really funny, some of them, and I really like the stories that they have to tell, and the audience seems to really, really like it too. So.
Well, congratulations on the new album.
Thank you very much.
Could we see Oscar before we go away?
Say hi.
Bye, Oscar.
Say hi.
Bye.